Guys, welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. We're beating the market one trade at a time. First things first, hit that subscribe button down below, like, comment, share. So let's dive into it. So this is going to be my top 3 penny picks for the week. So let's dive into it. So for number 1, we got ticker sign AGRX for Agile Therapeutics Incorporated. So if we look at their chart, we have their moving average 50 is 275. Their moving average 200 is 168. And they're currently at 393. So this is the price that they were on Friday when the market closed. So it's currently Sunday. So tomorrow the markets will open back up and the price will reflect that change. So if we go and look at some more of their charts, this is another charting tool. We can look at their 5-day. From their 5-day, they broke past what their 5-day, what they began at before they went through their dip. So on the 3rd, they were at 385, and then they went down to their lowest during that 5-day period of 353, and then it kind of jumped back up around the 7th and broke out up to $4 a share, and it ended at 391. 393 is where it ended, but around 391, 393 range. It had a little dip at 387, but then ended up pulling back up to 4, and then back down to 393. So the fact that it didn't, when it fell, it didn't go all the way back down to this 361 is a good thing, and it just shows, they have a lot of uh, volume because of this breakout, and also they have a lot of um, things going on with the company that is making this price reflect that. So I'm going to jump into it and give a review of why I chose them. So on January 2nd, they had Agile Therapeutics strengthens commercial leadership team. So this just basically shows they have some movement within the company. It says today announced the appointment of Kimberly Whelan as Vice President of Market Assets. Miss Whelan, sorry for mispronouncing that, has over 35 years of experience in the healthcare industry, working in finance, sales, marketing, business development, and managed markets. So basically, they had a high up move and got a new VP. Anytime that happens, the company either has a positive outcome or a negative outcome. But it seems, January 2nd, I know people are like, oh, that was a long time ago. But, when people have or companies have moves in leadership, it takes a long time for that move to happen. So if we go back to the charts to around the January time frame, so we'll go out to like 1 month, we'll see that, go back even to their 3 month chart. So this is November, it gapped up. Um, this is December, it gapped up. Then look, if you go to around January 2nd time frame, around when that article was released, it jumped up again. And then if we go back to the recent action, it had another spike. So to me, that lets me know that, there's some positive things going on in the company with this new VP, and that they're moving forward and have some positive things coming. I could see more press releases coming out of updates of things going on with the company, given the fact that it's February. So, this is just my number one, and these are in no specific order, by the way. This is just my number one to keep an eye on for next week, because I believe there's still some growth potential when it comes to these. So going into our number 2, we have ticker sign PXLW. So this is Pixelworks Incorporated. Their chart has been kind of all over the place, but currently They're at 443, which was on Friday at close. They're above their moving average 50, which is 364, and above their moving average 200, which is 343. So it's always a good thing when a company has gapped up above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. Um, Not necessarily calling it a breakout, but it's good to see that action, price action, an increase. So it seems like if we jump into another one of the charts, so if we look at it, it's kind of had this cup kind of developed. So they fell off. Um, let's go to the 5-day chart, 1 month chart. So 3 month chart. So this is like the end of that cup. So it kind of gapped up around the 27th of December. Then it went up, and then it kept going up. It kind of leveled out right here around the beginning of January. Then it got back up in the middle of January. Then went back up. Then it kind of went back down, and then it went back up. So it went back, has about 3 peaks, and this would make the fourth peak. So with the last peak that it had, it went from 437 to about 403. But I think that this one is going to continue to grow. And let's see why I chose them continuing to grow as my number two. So if we go into here, they recently on the 6th, which was last week, just released Pixelworks reports fourth quarter and full year 2019 financial results. So if we go to their fourth quarter results, it says mobile revenue increased 140% sequentially and more than 400% year over year, driven by increased customer engagements and initial ramp to support multiple next generation smartphones. It also says signed multi-year collaboration agreement with OPPO Group to develop advanced display systems for smartphones, including integration of Pixelworks, visual processor, and system solutions. They also entered a collaborative partnership with Kuplin to incorporate visual processing technology in next generation devices, expanded footprint in China with new Shenzhen engineering facility to support growing engagement with smartphone OEM customers, AirTV2 Wi-Fi enabled tuner for HD over-the-air TV launch with Pixelworks video processing and transcoding technology. And lastly, on the fourth quarter highlights, launched a new Easy OTA solution, a universal OTA integration platform for service providers. So all those things just basically show that the company is not stagnant. They have a lot of things going on, a lot of new developments, and to show that the company's mobile revenue increased 140% sequentially and more than 400% year over year shows that they are a very profitable company. Um, if we go to their full year 2019 end mark highlights, it says mobile revenue increased over 170%, with Iris Visual Processing Solutions launched in 6 smartphones across 4 OEMs, and qualification of TrueCut enabled HDR expanded to over 130 models. Then it also says expanded mobile product portfolio and market opportunities with introduced a 5th generation Iris visual processor, soft iris display calibration software, and TrueCut video content platform. If we go to the next bullet, it says enter collaboration agreement with key mobile ecosystem partners, including Qualcomm, HMD Global, and Youku. So, entering agreements with any of these companies. I'm not familiar with HMD Global or Youku, but I am familiar with Qualcomm. They're a pretty big company and very profitable. So for a company like this that's only trading at $4.43, it speaks highly of their capabilities and what they're able to produce. Um, so if we go to some more of the numbers. So the technical side of the report says revenue for fourth quarter 2019 was 16 million compared to 18 million in the third quarter of 2019, and revenue of 20 million in the fourth quarter of 2018, which included approximately 1.5 million of end of life product revenue. So their fourth quarter was 16 million compared to 18.1 million in the third quarter. So yes, they have dropped off a little bit, but going to the top from a large overview of the company, I think that they're still pretty successful in the products that they're producing. If we go back here to some more numbers, says for the full year 2019, revenue was 68.8 million compared to year revenue of 76.6 million in 2018, which included approximately 2.0 million of EOL product revenue. So their overall revenue has decreased from 76.6 million in 2018 to 68.8 million. I don't think that's that big of a problem. They're still profitable, and it's not that big of a loss, in my opinion. Um, and they said they had all these increases, 140% increase and 400% increase year over year. So all the things that they have coming forward, I think their 2020 probably be a lot better than their 2019, and just the demand for phones and phone technology in general, I think is going to increase, as time goes on. So if they make a technology that is for integrating some into mobile devices, and they're partnering with companies like Qualcomm, then I think their profits will continue to increase. And I think they're on track for continuous growth. Now, I don't think this company is going to shoot up, exponentially really fast. It's not going to be like a crazy rally, but I think they'll steadily incline based on the services and products that they're producing for 2020. Um, and they already have good partnerships, so that's why I picked them for my number two um, penny stock. So going to our number three penny stock for the week, we have ticker sign ADRO, which is Ardro Biotech Incorporated. If we look at their price that they ended at 287 on Friday, and their moving average 50 is 137, and their moving average 200 is 162. So they're well above both moving average 50 and moving average 200. So we go to their chart, to another chart. We go to their 1 month. If we look at their 1 month, they were down at 109, and they're all the way at 286. So they've had tremendous growth in the last month compared to where they were at, and they gapped up pretty quickly. So from about January 20th all the way to now, they've gone about over $1. So they've increased their stock price over $1 in about less than a month. So it's pretty impressive for a penny stock to do that, and I think a good investment for anyone who's looking at a good penny stock. So let's dive into one of their press releases and see what's going on with the company. So it says Ardro Biotech announces milestone achieved under merit collaboration for initiating a phase 2 trial of anti-CD27 agonist MK5890 in non-small cell lung cancer. So I'm not going to read through this whole article, but basically they are developing uh, a drug to help with lung cancer. You guys can go read this article. It's in their press release. So anything involving cancer-related treatments or cancer-related drugs that can help people in the long term is always profitable for that company, especially, because things like cancer, any type of cancer, affect so many lives. When companies create a product that can help ease that, um, those companies always become more profitable because it's like the new, um, not cure, but the new treatment, and that treatment is quickly adopted throughout the medical family, and so for them to have developed something that can help with lung cancer, um, that has made them very profitable. Now, I wouldn't say to just go buy one stock just because they have this one drug that does this. Go to their website and see what other things that they have. They're a publicly traded company, so they'll disclose that information through their press releases. But I think given this information that came out last week on the 6th, I think the stock could rally a little more, probably get to the $3 range. So that's why I picked them for my number three pick. I think they still have a little more growth potential. So from 287, I see them possibly getting to like $3 by the end of the week, just because that information came out last week. And information usually delays stock prices, um, in my opinion. Now, sometimes with a company so big like a Tesla, the news that comes out immediately reflects the stock market. But when it comes to like small penny stocks, I don't think the news is going to directly reflect the stock price. So if we go and look on here, that article came out on February 6th, and we see February 6th, it gapped up a little bit, but it went from 256 to 286. So it only went up 30 cents in one day. So I think there's still growth potential for those people who didn't know from last week when that had happened. So there are people who are reading this right now during the weekend and saying, "Oh, that's pretty good. I should probably invest in that on Monday," and probably miss the close of the market. So I think it still has potential to grow to get to like around the $3 range, or like the 390.95 range. I said that right. Or 295 range, or the $3 range. So those are my top three picks for the week for penny stocks. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what stocks you guys are looking at, what stocks you got your eyes on. Um, like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.